Alright, what's up, everybody? We're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one, and it has happened. James Harden has been traded. The era in Philly is over. He is now an LA Clipper, and talk all about the trade, both sides, what I think happens to both sides, all this stuff. Thank you guys for the views on videos and the shorts recently. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, and all stuff like that. Really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So, let me tell you how I found out about this trade, alright? It was 2, I live on East Coast, so it was 2 in the morning. I wanted to go to sleep early because I had to wake up early to do these videos. And so, I'm trying to go to sleep, it's 2 in the morning, and all of a sudden I hear my phone buzz twice. And usually at 2 a.m., if I'm still even a little bit awake, I don't ever check my phone because it's probably just some Twitter thing or some Bleacher Report thing I don't care about. But my phone buzzed twice, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to check it. And I check, and then I see it happened. James Harden was traded to the LA Clippers. We does also have to wait over 30 minutes to wait for the details, which is very weird. And I went to sleep an hour later than I should have, and I woke up an hour later. So thank you, James Harden, for doing that to me. But the full trade we have is here. So the full trade is the LA Clippers are receiving James Harden, PJ Tucker, and Philip Petrusev from the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers are receiving Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, KJ Martin, a 2026 first round pick from the Clippers, a 2028 first round pick, 2 second round picks in 2024 and 2029. And the Thunder are also in this trade, and they're going to get a 2027 first round pick swap from the Clippers. So, yeah, the Clippers get James Harden officially in the end. James Harden wins the war against Daryl Morey a lot quicker than I expected. Of course, we all know about the situation of James Harden, Daryl Morey, all this stuff. People are talking about, they're talking about if he was going to play for the Sixers. He eventually showed up to training camp. Then he left again for other reasons. And then comes back now, was gearing up to play. He was at last night's game, their home opener. Or I guess Portland. He was at the game, which was it last night? I don't remember. It was like 2 nights ago. For the home opener. Actually, no, it was last night. He was in Philly. It wasn't the home opener, but last night he was in Philly. And then a few hours later, he gets traded. It finally happens. He gets traded to the LA Clippers where he wanted to go. And, yeah, he also sent PJ Tucker along with him. The Sixers get back some decent role players. They get back a couple first-round picks as well. And the Thunder somehow get in on this trade and get an extra pick because it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. But, yeah, so looking at both sides, we'll start from the Clippers side of it first. I said it for him a few days, and actually the video I was going to record today, which is going to come out later, was every team after 1 week, how I'm feeling about every team, about the NBA. And, yeah, this one, that got to be put on hold for a little bit because now we have this. So, yeah, James Harden goes to the Clippers now. I've been liking the Clippers so far the first few games of the season. I like the chip they play on their shoulder with. Kawhi and PG been playing really good. Their bench has been playing really good. And then now they give up James Harden, and surprisingly, they do not give up Norman Powell. I was convinced for sure that Norman Powell was going to be in this trade, but they get to keep Norman Powell. They keep Terrence Mann, who they thought was untouchable, apparently. And really, the only thing they gave up are the contracts. Marcus Morris has not played a game yet for the Clippers. He didn't have a good year last year. Robert Covington was starting, but he wasn't a big piece to this team. Nick Batum is a good veteran player, obviously. And then KJ Martin wasn't really a big part of the rotation either when they just got him from the Rockets in the offseason. So they really don't give up anything super, super important. They did give up a lot of wing depth, though. They did bring him back with PJ Tucker, and they still have Terrence Mann. But a lot of those guys that could play the 3-4, maybe even they go to small ball, they kind of lose that ability. But then again, maybe, I don't know, maybe another move's coming in free agency or something like that. But the Clippers now have James Harden, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and Kawhi Leonard on the same team. Of course, a lot of them, they're all older now, in their 30s. A bunch of Southern California boys coming back together in LA. It's going to be very interesting, man. Very, very interesting, man. The Clippers got better, I think, right, in this trade. I mean, they did give up 4 pieces to get James Harden and PJ Tucker, who's another solid piece for them. I like that for them as well. I feel he fits the Clipper culture as well. But James Harden and Russell Westbrook back together again. Harden and Kawhi. Paul George and Kawhi. It's going to be very interesting to see on the court and what role James Harden plays because he's going to be off the ball a whole lot because you have 3 other guys that Russell Westbrook needs the ball, Paul George needs the ball, Kawhi needs the ball. So that's going to be the big thing, is how the distribution of touches and stuff goes. Who's going to be the point guard besides Westbrook and Harden? Is Westbrook still going to be the point guard, or is James Harden going to be the lead ball handler? Westbrook going to play off the ball? We don't know how good that's going to work. Or maybe there's a possibility that one of these guys, maybe Russell Westbrook, comes off the bench as a sixth man. He did it last year with the Lakers. Does Russell Westbrook come off the bench and be the backup to James Harden? Or do they want to go up the all five lineup? They definitely got smaller a little bit as well. Or this season they were putting Robert Covington at the 4. Now Kawhi's moving out of the 4. But then again, Terrence Mann was going to be a regular starter before he got hurt. And he was going to be playing the 4. So I guess it's not really that small. But yeah, very interesting to see how it works with Harden, Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi in the same court together. Injuries, obviously, three of these guys, not Westbrook, but three of these guys have had some injury problems in the past few years. But the good thing is that if one or even two of those guys go down, you still have two of the others, hopefully. If all three go down, then it's going to be tough. But let's say if Harden, his hamstring messes up, and Kawhi is messed up, you still have Russell Westbrook and Paul George. If Paul George and Kawhi go down, you still have James Harden and Russell Westbrook, So, at least have two of them on the court at the same time, And then when all four of them are on the court, it's going to be very interesting to see. But I like this for the Clippers. They still keep most of their depth. Guys like Mason Plumlee, Bones Hyland, Norman Powell, their top three guys off the bench, and they kept them. Zubac is still in there. They brought in P.J. Tucker as a kind of more experienced veteran that can help the team. I like this for the Clippers. They do give up a lot of picks, though. They give up their 2026 first-round pick, a couple seconds. So they're going all in on this team. Clippers are going. Steve Ballmer is going all in, putting all the chips in the middle of the table and saying, "This is the team to win." Because, of course, remember they gave up all those picks for Paul George a few years ago. They give up another first-round pick in a few years from now for James Harden. And also, you got to remember, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are on the last years of their contract. So there's a potential that those two can walk. And James Harden's also in the last year of his contract. So there's a potential that all three of those guys can walk, and you're left with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook's on the way. So there's a potential that all four of these guys are potentially not on the team. Let's say if the Clippers lose in the first round again next year, there's a potential that all four of these guys leave, and now you're just stuck there with Norman Powell and Bones Hyland and no picks. There's a potential this could go very wrong for the Clippers, but there's also potential this can go right. And realistically, probably all four of them won't leave. Maybe Westbrook and Harden stay just because they're in Cali, or Kawhi stays because they're in Cali. They're home. Let's just stay here. But yeah, that's a lot for the Clippers. But the Sixers side of it, they finally get rid of the James Harden drama. I think that's the biggest win for them, is just getting rid of the James Harden situation, getting rid of all that talk, all that drama, get it out, and now we can move on. Tyrese Maxey's already shown throughout the first few games of the season that he can take on the role, well, not of James Harden, but he has stepped up big. He looks like he might be an all-star this season, and now they're really buying into Tyrese and Joel and a bunch of role players around them. Tobias Harris has been playing solid this year. So you got guys like D'Anthony Melton, Paul Reed, Pat Bev, and now you bring out a couple more decent role players. Nick Batum probably will be solid. Robert Covington probably fits into that P.J. Tucker role now. They replace P.J. Tucker with a bigger, longer defender. And a guy maybe that can shoot the ball better. I don't know. They get Marcus Morris scoring off the bench, hopefully, depending on when he's going to play and stuff. And then KJ Martin. I really like Kenyon Martin Jr. I was kind of disappointed that the Clippers weren't using him over the first few games of the season, because I feel like he had a really good season last year with the Rockets as a good role player that brings a lot of energy. Defensively, he's good. He can shoot the three ball well. So he's going to be a good piece there for the Sixers. And I think it's a solid trade for the Sixers. Of course, they don't get... I honestly thought it was going to be Norman Powell. And if it was Norman Powell to the Sixers, I would have liked it a lot more. But I don't mind it for the Sixers. They get, again, more depth, guys that they can just throw in, because their depth kind of was lacking a little bit. But now they get for depth. They got to hope on Tyrese Maxey keeping this level up for the rest of the season and hoping Joel can stay out there. And now the Sixers still look like a pretty solid team. And they get a couple first-round picks as well. So just in case this does go wrong and maybe Joel Embiid does request a trade, they have an extra first-round pick for a few years from now. They got a couple second-round picks. That's next year's second-round pick, 2029 second-round pick. They also get a 2026 first-round pick and a 2028 first-round pick from the Clippers as well. But, yeah, it's interesting that OKC Thunder comes in and gets a pick, because why not? It's OKC. But, yeah, man, just insane to see. Right now, the winner, I'm not really sure. I would say the Clippers for the winner right now. They get James Harden and P.J. Tucker, and they only really don't have to give up anything super important to the team. But the Sixers, again, they have Tyree. I don't know. It's gonna be one of those. Yeah, you gotta wait and see what happens on the court. But yeah, very excited to see how this plays out, man. Wow, the James Harden situation is finally over, and hopefully he's at home. He's where he wants to be for the third time in a row. He gets traded to where he actually wants to go, and hopefully, will this be the last time that James Harden does this? Bets on no, but hopefully yes. Hopefully he just stays in LA with the Clippers and all this stuff. And yeah, I'm very excited to see how both these teams look now after this massive trade. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, if you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications also right there. Really appreciate it. Really upset a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.